So now I'm going to ask you, from your experience, what do you wish more people understood about autism and neurodiversity?
Well, first that, what do they say that every person you meet with autism, one person you meet with autism is one person you meet with autism because everyone with autism has such varied presentations. They might have different symptoms and different functioning levels. So that's number one, just that everyone who has autism is not all the same. They're all different in their unique ways. And then I would say that, just because you get an autism diagnosis doesn't mean you have to put limits on yourself. I think there's a lot of hope for people going through their autism journey. There's people with, like you just, and understand that just because there's differences doesn't mean that we should put limits on people with autism.
Yep, that's definitely something I agree with because, like I said, everybody, even with a neurodiversity or not, has certain needs and wants, and there's some things that some people can handle and that other people can't, and that's why we have to accept everyone, even with a neurodiversity or not.
Absolutely.
So, from your personal careers as a clinical psychologist, a doctorate level behavior analyst, and also working in many different settings, providing assessment, consultation, and treatment services, what are some goals that you have for the future?
Well, like I said, I just opened a private practice. And right now I serve three different states virtually, and I'm hoping to maybe expand my service area because I think there's just a great need for my services in lots of different states. There's just not a lot of providers that are specialized in autism these days. So that's one thing. I would like to grow my team. I've worked with some people in the past that have expressed interest in joining my practice once it kind of gets up and running and gets bigger. So I'm hoping to maybe add to my team later on down the line with, more psychologists and behavior analysts to serve people with autism. So I would say those are a couple of my goals right now, just to kind of, and also just to get the word out about my business. And I just want to help people as much as I can. I know that there's, like I said, sometimes limited resources out there for people with autism. So I'm here to just, help as many people as I can get what they need.
Yep, I definitely have some certain goals and dreams that I want to accomplish someday as well, especially with writing books and selling merchandise and getting movies and even getting a Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade balloon. It's going to take a lot of hard work, frustration, and struggling, but I do know that dreams and goals are definitely worth chasing because all that frustration, struggling, and hard work will definitely pay off in the end to see all your goals and dreams come to life.
I mean, you got to like think big, right? You don't want to try to have as big as dreams as you can because don't want to, like I said, you don't want to put limits on yourself. You want to be able to give yourself the best life. So I think it's great. You have a vision for all those things at such a young age.
Yeah, I may still be at a young age, but I definitely have a big vision for becoming very popular with numerous elementary school children, especially for books, movies, and merchandise. I definitely see it all coming towards me.
Cool. Very nice.
Yeah. So, is there any advice you would give to autistic teens or families who are still waiting for answers or support? Like maybe they're waiting for an answer about neurodiversity or what's going on with their son or daughter.
Sure. I would say don't give up, number one, because um, you know, support is out there. It's just you got to find it. Sometimes it takes some research. I know that, like in Louisiana, there's organizations like Families Helping Families or like family advocacy organizations. A lot of times, those families know a lot about resources that you can access. The ARC is an organization that often knows about resources. Autism Speaks. Obviously, I have a business with that supports all ages for people with autism. Like I said, so you can call me and access autism testing and consultation. But I think it's really important that people get identified, and it just helps them understand kind of the problems that they're facing and the interventions that'll work for them. So it's really important to try to get the right support for whatever your child needs or whatever you need.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And that's why I always say don't give up. And it's even in the title of my podcast. And it's a very, very true message.
Yeah, it's very important.
It definitely is. So I'm very glad that you're doing what you're doing and helping neurodiverse families and autistic or ADHD teens with their neurodiversity. And I'm very glad you're helping numerous teens and families in numerous states with your psychology and doctorate level behavior analysis career. And I'm very proud to see how many years you've worked with these numerous careers of yours.
Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate it.
Yep, I appreciate it too. I'm very glad I got to talk to you about this and everything that you're doing. Keep it up.
Thanks so much, Jacob. You too.
All right, anytime.